I did a project like this before, a while back, even before I started YouTube. And I've been wanting to do it again because I keep finding random nails around my property. And I thought it'd be cool to do this project again. This process is called cold forging, because I'm not heating the metal up, I'm just pounding it flat while it's in cold state. The original thought was to make nice looking knives, but I kind of wanted some like rustic or primitive looking weapons. I use this steel bar and just a regular hammer, and I take the nails and I'll pound them flat using that steel bar and hammer, and it usually works out pretty good. It takes a few whacks. Sometimes you got to really hit it to get it flattened enough, but after a while you get there. What I like is they kind of take on their own shape. So what I'll do is I'll take my Dremel and I'll kind of use it to shape the nails. This is the roofing tack, and I think it turned out pretty cool. This one is a finishing nail, and this is just a regular like a 16 penny nail. Sometimes I'll leave the head on because I like the way it looks, and then on some I'll cut them off. Some of these I've flattened around the handle area. I use my Dremel to shape it, and then I'll use my some of my hand files to refine the shape. So I notice with the Dremel it takes a little bit too much off if you're not careful. So I'll use between hand files in my Dremel. For the handles, I'm just using popsicle sticks and just gluing them on, and then I'll go back and use my files to sand them down into shape. For this, I also found a large nail, and I pounded it down into shape, and I used my Dremel to kind of shape it some, give it some teeth. I also found a piece of extra piece of nail, so I flattened it and drilled a hole through it. I had to use my files to get a hole big enough for the tang to fit through. And then after that I used my vice grips and this brass mallet to shape it. I gave it some more shape. This little roofing tack thing turned out really cool, and I made the the sheath out of a cross grain. For the handle, I'm also just using a popsicle stick, and I'll just super glue it on, fill in the cracks, and shape it with my files. I really like this Gorilla Super Glue. It works really well. For this one, I decided to make it like a fillet knife, or some type of, maybe a kitchen type knife, or camp kitchen type knife. So I'm making a sheath for it out of wood. I think it's going to turn out pretty nice. For the long one, I decided that it was going to be a machete. So I'm going to make a scabbard out of it with some popsicle sticks. I've done this a lot of times with my wood knives. So I think it's going to turn out really nice. Decided to make scabbards for them all. This one is leather, and I made a few wood ones, and some out of cross grain. I think they turned out pretty cool. This one turned out pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of a prang, because the nail bent kind of forward, and so I sharpened it that way. I think it looks pretty cool, like a little machete. I gave it a wrist strap, and the scabbard for it kind of hangs downwards, which I kind of like. This one I just made a quick light leather scabbard for it, kind of in a rustic style. I figured that this would be kind of like just a regular camp knife. This style of scabber, you just fold the leather over and push it through these little slits you cut in another piece of leather. I've seen this done a few times on different things. I think it's pretty cool. This is that camp knife that I was talking about. I think it kind of looks like a fillet knife or something you would find in a camp kitchen or something. I think it looks pretty cool. For this one, I used some cross grain and made a sheath for it. I used some string for the handle, and so it's like a little rustic survival knife. Oh, and I can't seem to do anything without the dogs visiting, so say hi to Gracie. This is Gracie. And of course, that's Lady. Say hi to Lady. Alright, back to the G.I. Joe stuff. This is another one of the knives. I made a wood hand guard or thumb guard, wood finger guard for it. And I used some more of that cross grain to create a sheath for it. This one kind of looks like a machete, or maybe just a larger camp knife. I think it turned out pretty cool. I liked it. The larger machete turned out pretty good. I used my Dremel and created some teeth up towards the top for like a saw. I also sharpened a bit down towards past the saw. The small utility knife turned out pretty cool, and I attached it to the thing. It's kind of small, but it's just a utility blade. Well, let me know what you think. I really enjoy projects like this, just taking a simple item like nails that are just going to get thrown away and turning them into something useful for my G.I. Joes. Well, that's all I have for you. I better let you go. It's 4th of July and they're lighting off fireworks. So let me finish this up. Hope you had a happy 4th of July. And don't forget to collect, inspire, and create. I'll see you in the next video.